Am I the a-hole for calling my husband a bad father because he allows his adult daughter's birthday to overshadow Christmas every year? Am I the a-hole for refusing to take custody of my 16-year-old sister after mom died? Am I the a-hole for bringing my own food on a family dinner at my in-laws' house? Am I the a-hole for calling my husband a bad father because he allows his adult daughter's birthday to overshadow Christmas every year? When I met my husband, James, he had a 14-year-old daughter, Ella. Ella and I never really bonded, as she doesn't really like people. James always told me to leave Ella alone and respect her boundaries. I do believe he took her boundaries too far in some cases. As Ella is now a 27-year-old woman, he refuses to speak when she doesn't want to. I have a 13-year-old daughter, Ava. The pregnancy was a surprise, and I know the timing is bad that I got pregnant right around the time I met Ella. And honestly, I have always felt that
Ella
James
is
is a lot
prefers
like him
Ella.
personality-wise, and it is a very subtle, but I feel like he loves Ella more. Ella never accepted her sister or I, but I've made peace with that, because getting Ella to speak is literally like pulling teeth. Ava hates Ella, but she knows that she has to be civil to everyone. Ella's birthday is December 23rd, and as a result, James never made too big of a deal about Christmas. Her birthday always took priority. This became an issue when Ava was born. James had always promised Ella he would take her to Europe for her 16th birthday, and Ella was insistent it had to be on her actual birthday. So the Christmas when Ava was 2, he actually missed Christmas, and we had the first fight of our entire marriage. He also told Ella crazy things like if a man doesn't make a big deal out of her birthday to dump his A, and that her birthday is much more important than Christmas. As a result, Ava complains every year that James cares more about Ella's birthday than about Christmas, and that she thinks Ella gets an unfair amount of money spent on her. Her birthday are usually expensive, and 2 years ago she had a December wedding which James fully paid for. Even that Christmas, he refused to not do anything elaborate for her birthday and couldn't understand why Ava was annoyed. Also, Ella hosts a huge Christmas Eve which we are all invited to, but Ava and I don't go, due to it mostly because her husband's family, so everything in December sometimes feel it is about Ella. This year I feel bad, because I couldn't get Ava what she really wanted because it is out of stock. But Ella just had a baby and my husband bought her a ring with the baby's birthstone, which Ava knows about. Now Ella wants to go to Colorado for her birthday, Christmas Eve. James said he is going to go because he can drive back and be home about by 10. I finally got annoyed and asked if he thinks he spends a fair amount of money, time, energy on Ella versus Ava. And I said he makes every Christmas about Ella and her birthday. He said I was being unfair because Ella has never excluded me from her plans, though she is rude and doesn't
Finally,
talk
I
to me
snapped
either.
at
Him that he is a bad father, because one of his kids is a grown-ass woman and one is not. He is now upset and says that was mean to say and I just don't like Ella, and he tries his best. Am I the a-hole for refusing to take custody of my 16-year-old sister after mom died? I'm 26 and have a 15-year-old sister who's in a boarding high school. Our single mom passed away 3 years ago today and my sister moved in with my grandmother. They don't get along, angsty teen and old school grandma. Today, one of my relatives calls me and tells me they had a family meeting decided, without warning or consulting me, that I have to take custody of my sister. I'm 26 and just finished uni a few months ago. I got a job in a city about 4 hours from my hometown and I'm on a 6-month unpaid probation sort of setup at work. Boyfriend is catering for living expenses for now. I live in a tiny apartment with no furniture except my bed and study work desk. I have also honestly never gotten along with my sister either. There's a huge age gap between us and I generally just don't like her for a number of reasons. Am I the a-hole for refusing to take her in? Our father is still alive but is being difficult about taking her in because he was married and had us as an illegitimate kids. My conscience is killing me about saying no, but at the same time, I am in no state, financially, emotionally, mentally, to become a parent. So, am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for bringing my own food on a family dinner at my in-laws' house? I've been with my husband for 4 years and we had an elopement on summer. My in-laws are very traditional and they didn't want to invite me to their house for an event or dinner unless we were married. So for 4 years, I've never been invited to family dinners, whether it's birthdays, holidays, anything really. I was only allowed to visit for a casual hangout with them but not be part of the official gatherings. I didn't like that and neither did my husband, but they're very traditional. There's been a lot of conflict about this because my husband chose to spend holidays with me for the past 2 years, and since my in-laws didn't allow me in their house, we spent the holidays either with my family or our friends. Now that we are married, although not through a traditional wedding, in-laws weren't happy about it, but we are legally married, so there's not much getting me on their family gatherings. Since we got married, there had not been any, and the first was few days ago at my father-in-law's birthday dinner. I'm vegetarian. While I still eat dairy, I don't eat meat. My husband told my mother-in-law if she could prepare some vegetarian options for me as well. And it doesn't have to be something difficult. Even some beans or a salad I would be fine with. My mother-in-law refused and said the main dish is steak. She refused to make a simple salad with tomato and lettuce. I told my husband that I'll have no choice but to prepare my own food to eat. So I brought my own food and my in-laws got mad at me and said I didn't even bother appreciating her cooking and insulted me for my vegetarian choices. My husband told them to knock it off and that they're being unreasonable, but my in-laws, including my sister-in-law who is not as traditional as them, told me that bringing my own food to eat to another house is disrespectful no matter the circumstances. Am I the a-hole?